Hey traders, market update time. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, let's have a look at all across these markets. What's going on right now? Let's actually start with the good old metals and then we'll get on to the actual stock market and so on and so forth. Looking at the metals, what we can see right now when it comes to, say, gold, for example, let's actually bring up a very close view of gold. You can see with gold, we actually had this downward channel coming down through here. All right, we had this, let me actually delete this. You can see we had a downward channel and also a bit of a support line coming through. It was really like all through there, as you can see, right? A little bit of support back here, a little bit of support here, a little bit of support here. But look what's actually happened. We've broken up and out of this, actually what is a descending triangle pattern. But if anyone actually tells you a descending triangle pattern is bearish in the markets, run like the plague because that's actually total BS, right? These days, any triangle pattern, an ascending triangle pattern doesn't mean it's going to be bullish, and a descending triangle pattern doesn't mean it's going to be bearish. Okay, so I've seen so many times, so many times when let me actually bring this up through to here. Let me see if I can actually find you a screenshot. Let me just see if I can find you just quickly a screenshot of what I'm talking about here, and you'll be able to see how, you know, triangle patterns, just say for example this one right here, right? I'm doing this on the fly right now. See this ascending triangle pattern? And as you can see that if you did not see any of this here, but you just saw this, look at this here. You'd be saying, oh, look, it's you know, it's compressing up, we're likely to break through. No, any triangle pattern you see, whether it's an ascending or descending triangle pattern, doesn't make it bullish or bearish. What we need to see is the breakout first, okay? So it just means what the triangle pattern does mean is when we're going to break, we're likely to break nice and hard in that direction. You can see here a bullish triangle pattern to the upside. A bullish triangle pattern and then a strong break to the downside. As you can see right there was the breakout, and then we had a very strong move. So I hope that helps you. Anyway, back to the chart. So we had a descending triangle pattern on the absolute short term of gold, and now we're just starting to slightly break out here. And then on top of that, we're actually breaking above these highs up here. So we're actually starting to see the buyers come right back in control. And also, as you can see, we made a slight higher low, breaking back up. So the buyers are starting to come back into gold right now as we speak. So gold's looking like that. Also looking over to the silver market. Look at silver market once again as well too. Silver's actually looking quite nice as well, as you can see. We had a nice downward sort of trend line coming down through to here. Nice resistance coming down through to here. And you can see what actually happened. We came down, came up, nice little higher low, and now the buyers are starting to kick back up again as well too. So this is the point here, guys. This is the point that the buyers are starting to come back in, because if you ever see a market do this, right? See it comes down and it makes a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then suddenly it starts to do this. Guess who's starting to come back into here? The buyers, right? Simple analysis, but super duper powerful. And then especially when we start to break here, guess what? Now the market's changing tune, right? We went from lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and now we're actually breaking up to a higher high and a higher low. The market is telling us, guess what? The buyers are starting to come back in now. So that's what's actually happening right now. Moving over through to the GDX. GDX, we actually have a bit of a double bottom through here. Very nice double bottom. And we have this neckline. So we're probably likely to break this neckline. And once we actually break the neckline, where's the market likely to run to, at least on a short-term basis? Well, firstly, we can see that we've actually had, let me actually take everything off the screen here. And let me draw this trend line. Firstly, we had a big, nice, awesome, beautiful channel breakout to the upside, didn't we? Really good, sort of nice breaking above this resistance. We had a lot of resistance down the bottom here, which is that double bottom. And then we also can see that this here is the overall sort of resistance point here. But if we continue up above 60, where is the GDX likely to go to, at least on a short-term basis? Very simple. We measure from the high of this sort of point through here, and then we go down to the bottom of the double bottom, and then we simply grab it, project it up, and as you can see, we're likely to hit this level up here. So we're likely to hit at least 68 on a short term. If I go to my weekly charts, let's go to the weekly chart. Let's see if that's actually any resistance and support there. And as you can see that, and then just above it, probably that to even just around 70 level as well too. We've got a whole area through here where the market's likely to find a bit of resistance on a short-term basis, guys. But yeah, that's on a short-term basis. Long-term, if we do see that this week and we rally up to 70, this is going to be a major high low on the weekly chart, and then away we go for a pretty nice big move to the upside. So that's what I'm seeing there on the GDXJ. I really liked actually the GDXJ. Let's go to this one here. There we go. So that's on the very short term. Looking to the GDX as well too. Let's actually take everything off the screen here for a minute. Let's zoom out just for a little bit. Let's actually redraw our trend lines. Make sure we're on point this week. So as you can see, very nice break to the upside. And what we had here was a bit of a slingshot pattern. So you can see we had a bit of a just a slight break below the low, and then poof, right? The market does this. This is a false breakdown, and then away we go. This here is very powerful. This is a very, very sort of powerful end of trend indicator. I've traded a lot of trades off this nice little downward trend, and then flush down and a flush back up, and then away we go. It's a very, 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 very powerful. And for you private clients, as you can see, right, where did it run to? Right straight to its target, right? Very, very super duper, duper powerful. So anyway, so what's happening here? Bit of a double bottom. So where's this likely to run to? Probably at least a high up here. I have a target of at least a high up here. If I go to my weekly charts, you'll be able to see, high. Actually, we're probably going to make an all-time new high in the next year or two. So, but the buyers are starting to come back in right now when it comes to the GDXJ. Let's go have a look at the SIlj. And SIlj, very nice, clear, strong, very strong breakout and above this high here. We have a bit of a double bottom, but also a very nice, just slight high low. What is this saying here? The buyers are starting to come back in. So as you can see on the silver SIlj, the buyers are starting to come back in, and SIL as well too. What do we have here? Nice double bottom. We're just starting to break out now when it comes to this here. So where's this likely to run to now when we're looking at the SIlj on a short-term basis? On a short-term basis, we're likely to run to at least this point here, which is the what a quinky dink. The projection is actually the high. What a quinky dink. I think not. And then I think that's on a short-term basis, guys. Long-term, giddy up. So that's what I'm seeing through there. Moving over through to the stock market, and what I'm seeing here on the stock market, as you can see, look at this here, right? Remember I said before about the false breakdowns? It's a bit of a slingshot pattern. It's a slingshot pattern because the market loves to do this. Goes down through here, it gets below here. A lot of people go short because it's breaking below the low. They go short. It's also stopping out people that are long, because when people are long, they actually put the stops below the low here. The longs get stopped out, the shorts get short, and then the market does that. It happens all the time. So now you're aware of it, you can be very, very cautious of this. And so this is the slingshot pattern. Slingshot because it gets below the low and then it slingshots to the other side. People say, oh, the slingshot pattern doesn't work. Well, yeah, I've just given you 2 examples in the last week. There you go, Mr. All right, so what we're seeing through here now is we're actually compressing up into this overall downward movement, and what's going on through here. So this is actually quite bullish. We had a bit of a false breakdown and now a rally back up to this resistance. So I'm actually quite bullish through there. Moving over through to the Sp500, and we're actually in a very big overall sort of downward. There's actually a bit of a downward sort of channel through there, or resistance, should I say. But looking at this overall, say the last 6 months, you can see here, very, very, very sideways movement. But this rally back up. Look at this here. See how that's a very slight higher low? It's slight, but it's not much. But that's that low through there. And as you can see, this was the low through here. It's very slight. But what's happening here, right? The buyers are just starting to come back in now. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, if we start to break very soon this here, right up to an all-time new high, and go through an enormous Christmas rally out of this here. And same for the Nasdaq as well too. Look at this here, the Nasdaq, very, very nice. Look at this here, higher low compared to this low here. And actually the Dow Jones has been making higher. Look at this here, low, run up, higher low, run up, higher low, compressing. So get ready for some sort of complete blow off top when it comes to these markets, guys. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this here. Bit of analysis. Breakout now what's coming next. So anyway, guys, click the subscribe button, leave a comment below, let me know what you think about what's happening in the markets right now, the president election and all that sort of down home country goodness. And guys, there's a free trading course I'm giving away. Just go get that. Very first thing in the description. And on actually, when you go put your name and email address in to register for the free course, on the very next page, You actually get 3 videos to get you started straight away. It's the bullseye method, the chart read, my number 1 chart reading technique, and an awesome trading system to get you started straight away. So free trading course in the link description below, guys. Hope this helps you out. And also, guys, please share these videos around as well too. I'm just doing these things to help you guys out as much as possible. Obviously, of course, I have a coaching practice and coaching business. My coaching is not even open right now. It hasn't been open for 3 or 4 months, actually longer than that. So you can't even get access to my coaching program. So just, guys, please share this out there if you would. I appreciate that. And I'll speak to you guys real soon.